Hey, I'm Brian, and today I wanted to make a video to show you how to make great and interesting videos on the internet that keep the audience tuned in and coming back every time you release a new video. So the very first and most important thing when you're making a video is having interesting content. This is where I sort of luck out because I'm a pilot. My content's pretty much guaranteed to be awesome. And the other thing that comes along with being a pilot is I'm going to get a lot of the babe demographic viewing my videos. Word choice is very important too. I just used the word babe, which probably wasn't wise. If you know anything about females, you know chicks don't like it when you call ladies babes. If you use words like that, you definitely run the risk of alienating the soccer mom demographic of your viewership. So if you're going to talk like that, you need to be okay with losing them or have a plan to get them back. I personally have a plan. So in order to get the soccer mom viewers back to my video, what I like to do is include a couple of really cute kids like these two that I picked up at a bus stop today.
Hey, mister, where's the candy you promised us?
It's in my van. Why don't you guys run along and grab some?
Thanks, mister.
Welcome back, soccer moms.
You want to make sure you have good content, but you also want to make sure you have excellent delivery. Did you see the way I said excellent delivery? That right there just got me 32 views. So it's very important to make sure you deliver the message as well as have a good message and an interesting message and say the word message a lot.
A good beard will get you 7 to 12 viewers right from the get-go. It's good to treat the camera like it's a person. You want to make eye contact with the actual camera portion of the phone if you're using a phone. Most people look at the video screen because they see themselves on it and they're like, oh, what's that guy doing? But it's very confusing for anyone who's watching because they wonder what's going on over yonder. I'm from Texas, I can say yonder. It's also good to put some money into some editing. I like to record the audio separate and mix it later. It's very important that you pay attention when you're doing this because if the sound gets off or things just don't seem right, people get a little bit OCD and it's distracting and it's like nails on a chalkboard if things aren't edited perfectly. And so I like to have things edited perfectly, and that's why all my videos are just amazing, absolutely amazing. I really just phone it in. I don't put effort into any of this. Another thing that's important is consistency and continuity. You want to make sure that your description and narration match up with everything that's going on the screen. A lot of times you'll have people rambling on and on about one thing while doing something completely different. It tends to confuse the viewer a little bit, and we want to avoid that. So it's a good idea to be consistent, say what you're doing, do what you're saying. That way we eliminate any confusion on the viewer side. So you want to keep your viewers engaged, and the best way to do that is by not confusing them. Top it off just a little. Whoop. That's good coffee. It's important to be organized. It's very easy to film a bunch of clips and then accidentally lose or forget to include some in a final build.
RVs can do turns around a point as long as that point is another RV. Skymasters can do turns around a point as long as that point's inside their mechanic's hangar. Skymasters call it turns around a wrench.
It's also important to have someone review your content. I tend to write everything down and then have my wife review it, and she'll say, yeah, that's good, or she'll give me a list of things and be like, sorry, Brian, don't put those in there. But my wife's out of town right now, so get ready.
Sometimes my wife will review my content and say, no, Brian, you can't say, looks like I picked up a bit of icing on my last flight and hold up a container of icing. That's dumb, Brian, don't do it. So I'm not going to.
As a pilot, I'm frequently asked if small planes like this have black boxes. Yes, in fact, I keep one down here on the pilot side floorboard at all times.
I'm also not allowed to say I'd like to talk about how to mitigate P factor and hold up an empty Gatorade bottle and explain that you have to have this on board for that exact reason. I won't do that either. It's funny, every once in a while I'll be at an airport and someone will recognize me from one of these videos and they'll shout out stuff, check for the tubes, or pull the red handle. And so I always thought it was just a serious thing, but the other day I was pre-flighting my Grumman and some guy drives by and yells, land according to the proper procedure. So I guess people just shout stuff at people.
Pinot Noir. I want to thank my friend George for that joke.
So I used to think the pool noodle was a great idea to clamp here on the side to hold the canopy open when I'm flying. Turns out it's a really bad idea. What the pool noodle is good for, though, is distributing itself along your flight path when it flies out. So you can Hansel and Gretel your way back to where you were if you get lost. So hopefully the ones that I've lost have landed in swimming pools, but there are certainly a handful of folks in the North Dallas area who have gotten free pool noodles, and you're welcome.
One thing that's really important is to get good lighting if you're filming indoors. I'm currently in a room where the walls are a mess. It's a theater, so it's always dark. There's marks all over them. By using extremely bright lights, the background pretty much disappears. If I take myself out, you can see. So that's what that is. So now you know everything it takes to make a great video, how to keep your audience entertained and coming back. So now you know that's everything you need to know. So go get your phones and your cameras and go make some great videos. You know all the secrets. Just to review, there was lights, cute kids, don't cuss. I didn't really give you any helpful hints, it turns out, except for maybe the lighting. Again, the background disappearing thing, especially in this room. I hope you have a happy flying day. If you talk like that, you're definitely
These are so going in the bloopers.
Are they? All right, shh. If you use words like these kids are terrible. The best way to do that is to include.
We're definitely not using it.
No, we're not. All right, skedaddle. All right, just get to where you can get in easily.
It's important when you're trying to make an excellent video that you use highest quality editing. Editing? Editing. Editing. Editing.
I'm Brooke. I love my dad.
You heard it. Someone wants to say hi. What's your name?
I'm Brooke. Yeah, and he didn't actually pick me up from the bus stop. I'm this kid.
This is the child I picked up from the bus stop. If anyone knows who her parents are, please call me. You definitely run the risk of eliminating that demographic from She's weird.
That feels
You gonna be a
bad.
pilot when you grow up? Why would you? Because it's fun.
No,
Do you like flying? Today,
I can't say I do because I never flown.
this video just turned into an interview, interviewing an 8-year-old about her experiences flying small aircraft. So, do you like flying in the plane?
Yeah,
You do? What's the best part? The buttons?
just pushing the buttons.
Do you ever tell your friends that you've gotten to flown a plane before?
No, I don't want them to be jealous.
Do you prefer to drive in the car or fly in the plane?
Fly the plane.
Yeah. You like it when it's really smooth and calm, or you like it when it's bumpy?
I kind of like bumpy because I like the little adventure, like the bump, 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 bump.
Yeah? You like it when we go up and down and make stuff come up in the air?
Yeah, that's fun.
That's fun. You ever want to try to fly yourself?
I thought you were talking about I did fly the airplane.
No, I mean get a pilot's license. Would you ever do that?
No,
No? No interest?
I thought this was just supposed to be like a false answer. If you like,
I want to ask
how
you
do
real
like to
questions.
fly?
The people want to know. What does the 8-year-old, what does the next generation feel about flying? Is it boring? Is it cool? Is it going away?
Rest in peace, people.
Rest in peace, people. Is you include a cute kid in your video, like this one I found at the bus stop.
You're a jerk.
You know, people who call their daddies jerks don't get dessert. Bus stop kid, come here. This is Brooke. I didn't really pick this girl up from a bus stop. You spit at me?
Brian, I am your daughter.
Alright, I think we got enough. That was fun. Thank you for helping me.
Yeah!
Hey, what do you want to say to all the pilots out there? Happy flying.
He whispered happy flying.
Blue skies.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh, this guy is the greatest candies ever. And I'm not, he's got a cool van. And I'm gonna go to that bus stop every day. Every kid should come.